Alright, hello. Here to learn how to use the co-pilot gun to how to use the hellfire missile, which is still early access for the Apache. So first we turn on the power to give power to the system. And then what we'll do is switch to our co-pilot seat. So if you've got a buddy or something, you can basically just start up the engine from back there and just do what pilot needs to do. But from the co-pilot seat, to use the hellfire, which is a bit of a pain to try and work it out how to get it to work. So let's just turn on ground override, making sure everything's working as intended. So first, you turn on your display, your center unit, and give it a minute or two just to warm up the lens and all of that malarkey. But in the meantime, what we can do from Frontier, first thing you do, which you can easily forget and overlook. So you go to your weapon, because by default the laser is already off when you're cold starting. So you go to your weapon page here, then you hit your utility up top, and then by default cold, your laser is off, but you can't turn it on yet until the camera is all warmed up. So it would give me another a minute or two. So what you can do in the meantime is play. Oh, here we go. Looking all warmed up now. So now you can select your laser on. It's very easy to overlook. Oh, God, my tracker had just fallen down. Just give me a second. Getting assaulted. Right, come on. Right. Nope. Come on, trip back in. Why are you not working now? Right. Hope that's hold. There we go. Now your laser should be on by default now, or it should be on, working as intended. What else you do? You change your manual ranging to automatic, and you hit enter, and it doesn't say let you know or anything updating. If you want to get rid of this message on the bottom left when you're in your IHAD, this is your helmet mounted display. So what you do, you turn up your brightness all the way up from the primary down the bottom left, and then on your weapon page you hit bore sight, and then you hit IHAD. Then that will come up with your bore sight. What you can do, you can use your cursor, or you can just press a button, but usually you can just use your cursor on top of it. And you hit your enter, your cursor enter. So on here, you look directly on the front. Just give it its whereabout and hit enter or D press, and then it goes away, and then that means your helmet is aligned. So when you use your gun, it doesn't quite work in VR, and VR is offset quite badly, so it's not really doing anything, because I have a few of my friends that they can't just do the alignment, and just went hoping for the fix for it to be soon. Let's just stop the alignment. And then now if you want to use your camera in the front, you had to change your sensor select. Let's hit your co-pilot. So you hit your right hand grip sight select. So you choose between your helmet, so you can use your gun just to free look as it were about, or you can use it to give navigation waypoint. Not sure how navigation waypoint, but I'll just go through it. But so you hit up, and you can have a choice up and down. So TAD is what you use the camera in front to guide your hellfire. You can also use your gun, but the unguided rocket you tend to leave that to the pilot, since he can control the whole helicopter, all of that malarkey. You have a control. The few control that you will need is your right hand grip laser range finding trigger, your second D10. That's the one that you designate, and you got to hold it down when you're releasing the hellfire. your flare polarity, so your flare pod and your TV. Your TV gives you the most zoom, and but it just gives you the default color. Flare it let you change color. Your flare to go to thermal imaging, and then flare polarity that change between white hot and black hot. Got jaw chopper eye just as well. So you want a left hand grip weapon switch second D10. That's what you fire the hellfire, fire or your weapon in choice. That's the cursor button, and that display zoom. So that's to give you more magnification. Just trying to see what else do you need. No. Oh, and then you want your weapon action trigger. So G for gun, M for missile, which is your hellfire, and R for your rocket is for your pilot rocket. And then you want weapon trigger guard. That's what let you fire the weapon and stuff. So now, if you want to just see your targeting, your TAD working, you hit your sensor switch down to your IHAD. So now you got some sort of fuzzy overlay. You go into your IHAD, just show and hide. Just press your IHAD button that you got assigned, and just use your joystick to look left and right. But you have to do it in the axis one. It's your right hand grip manual controller thingy. So now what we can just do, and then what you can do is hold your laser detonator button. Oh, you can select your hellfire. Just wait for your articulating pod. So you just don't do anything. You just leave it as it is, because that's for very basic stuff. So to get going. Right, zoom in. You can pylon error because it's obviously too low, and bow limit is your ballistic limit. What I assume it is. I haven't really read the manual because I haven't got time for it. To enable chaff to get it to work for your pilot, you hit ASE, and there you got chaff. There as a choice. Hit arm and chaff programming. You can just mash a button whenever you feel like it. So let's just go back to the weapon page, your TSD, all of that. So now let's just hop back to the pilot seat and just get the engine going. Just wait for it to get up to above 15, then you can just start up the engine. Now let's just do the alignment for the pilot, so you can see basically the IHAD alignment is just to help with your gun and your articulating rocket. The hellfire you don't really need to worry about it too much. There we go. I'll just go back to weapon. I just wonder why am I not hearing any audio? Oh, this is the problem when you try and record stuff. I think the audio got unplugged. Oh well. When I try and record something, nothing ever goes right. So I can just do without the the audio. Just so you can just turn on your countermeasures. Bypass let you have, so you flare and chaff yourself. Auto is when it detects missile incoming, so it can be ATGM, and it can be also be all sorts of extra stuff. So bypass it, you manually, auto, computer basically detects it. And on the right you should see a little display. It does come up when you've been fired at. It's like a yellow. It's like a Russian aircraft one. And now let's just increase power to the rotor, or what to the engine. Also, sometimes just double check when you're manual ranging on your weapon page, because we're currently not sure if the information gets shared across. And so I now got control of the weaponry. So guns, hit your trigger guard and then you should be able to fire elevation limit. Let's just look up a bit more. Then you can just fire your gun. There we go. Let's just turn off the APU before we forget, because I've done that a few times. Oh wait, let's just turn off the APU again. Right, there we go. APU is now off. Now we can just switch to our gunner seat. So you've got a buddy going. That's all cracking. You're all pretty much all good to go. Just change to weapon page. And let's just tell George just to get flying. Right, I think the voice is Casmo. I got a feeling. Lucky bastard. Just keep hitting master caution warning thing to keep resetting it, because it does do the heading a little bit. And then just looking at general. So change your IHAD just to tell him to go there. And now once you're hovering, you hit left short to change to flight mode. Left short on your George Helper AI, which I assume you have it all set up. And then change to flight. Hit up short just to increase speed. Don't forget, when you change to different mode, the different input is slightly different. So if you want to have altitude, you've got to hold down up long, and then it just does the altitude increase up to a few thousand feet if you were intending. So let's just go up to the altitude. And also to be easier for your TAD. So now with your IHAD, change to your TAD, and then you should see it displayed on the bottom left hand there. You can also see it on the thing as well. And so you select your hellfire missile. Oh, sorry, wrong. Oh, I need to make sure. There we go. Change to TAD. Get out of that, and then get out of George Helper AI if you want to use your weaponry. So now I'll get hellfire selected. So zoom out far as you can. Change to flare. Hit your polarity button to change between the colours. And then let's just call out George again. Tell him to slow down. And get rid of the helper AI. And there's a BL limit. That's because you need to hit to get rid of the message. Hit your BA. You hit your laser detonator button. Then your limit remove. So now you got. So now let's just try and figure out where the hell it is. Oh, there it is. I just meant to see that little speck on the dust, just there, that little speck, plus God's end rendering. Now all you do, hit your laser detonator button, then that automatically adjusts your hellfire pylon and all of that. So what we're finding is we're finding the outer ones out first. Yeah, we're finding the outer pylons out first. So you just aim there, hold it down until you've got a solid box. You've got to be careful when you're flying with a mate. You can easily get out of your pylon articulating angle, so you just got to work together. And just hold it down. Hold it down and hold. You don't change anything with a hellfire setting. You can do it if you want to do more advanced stuff. If you've got buddies and stuff, it's easier to change your laser detonator code to other thing. But that's a bit too advanced for very basic co-pilot. You hold down your trigger, and it comes out. It flashes. That when it changes that, it changes to a different hellfire missile. So now you're fine. You've got to keep holding down the laser detonator. You can't let go. If you do let go, then it loses lot. So also when you're aiming, aim towards the bottom half of the vehicle. Then you've got a higher chance of the missile tracking and exploding. So do you see it like that? And then that's it really for a very basic co-pilot role for you to do with your buddy in multiplayer. And that's that. Peace out.